As interest rates continue to creep down month by month, people are considering the refinance option, and it has become pretty popular in 2024. As we turn the page to 2025, and you decide maybe I want to consider refinancing my home, what do you need to be considering? What are some things to be on the lookout for? We'll break it all down for you next with Bill Litton. Hello, welcome in. This is the Smart Mortgage Show. Thanks for joining us on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We appreciate that support. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to say thanks for all the enlightening information Bill provides. We'd appreciate that as well. Bill, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing well. We are almost turning the page on 2024. Hard to believe as every year seems to go quicker and quicker. But as we look ahead to 2025, I'm guessing a big theme for the new year is probably going to be refinancing, right?
Yeah, we do think that refinance activity in 2025 is going to be up, 100%. It's going to be, as rates come down, and we do think that they will come down over time, and we'll see some rates that make refinancing make sense in 2025. It's all right. Well, what are the considerations for refinancing?
We're going to break them down today, give you those considerations to make if you are in the market to refinance. Again, if you have any questions for Bill at Cross Country Mortgage, you can always call 484-352-4151 or log on smartmortgageshow.com. You can always take advantage of a free 15-minute mortgage and loan consultation. All right, Bill, so let's jump in this considerations for 2025. If you are thinking about refinancing, where do you want to start?
Yeah, I think that a good place to start is you want to work with a good lender, right? Because not that I think we're a really good lender. We're not the only good lender out there. There are other good lenders, but there's a lot of lenders out there that don't do a really good job. And there's things that they don't do that we think are important. One of those things is whatever they show you on the loan estimate, when you say, I want to move forward, I want to lock in, I'm all in, making sure that that's what you get at the settlement table. And we hear stories all the time. People come to us where things change along the way, and things can change. Okay. If your credit score dropped or you lost your job but mostly things don't change because we do the research up front so that our quote is accurate. A lot of lenders don't do that. And then you get close to settlement and the rate's higher, the fees are higher. Working with a good lender, what I mean by that is someone that you got a good referral from a friend or a family member or an employer or somebody who's had experience with the lender and the loan officer. That's really important.
Well, how do you go about doing research to find the best lender? Is it as simple as recommendations? What other tools could you use to make sure you're finding the best lender?
Yeah, I think I'm a big believer in referrals. I think a referral is definitely a great way to do it. Now, once you get a referral, or if you've shopped around online and you've looked at reviews and now you feel like I'm starting to get close, and I like to deal local, right? So it's a local lender. You can go into their office, you can see them, because I'm a big believer that proximity has power. If this lender is local, they're more beholden to you than somebody who's in California and I'm on the East Coast and I'm never going to see them. And there's a difference with being closer to your customer. And look, we're in a digital age, so we can operate from a distance, but there's still something to be said with that proximity. But now you've searched around, you've either gotten a referral or you looked online, you saw someone with good reviews, but now ask some probing questions and listen to the answers. Does the person you're talking to sound like they know what they're doing? Are they able to answer your questions? If there's something they don't know, that's okay. Did they get back to you quickly with the right answer? So you want to deal with somebody who's got a high level of expertise in what they're doing.
How do you know if a lender is desperate? I know there's a lot of offers that go out. I see them all the time, especially with refinancing, right? A lot of great offers that seem almost too good to be true in a lot of cases. How do you know if kind of someone falls under that category of being a bit desperate?
Yeah. So I think that, one of our big things that we want to make sure is that we don't deal with a desperate lender. And there are a lot of desperate lenders out there. What that means is the company's not doing well or the loan officer's not doing well. And therefore they're talking the consumer into doing something that's really not in their best interest. It's not that it's illegal. It's legal to do it, right? And let me give you an example. I had a customer call me recently that said they were dealing with, I'm not going to name any names here, but it's a really big online lender, maybe one of the biggest online lenders. And they said, we can get your rate down to 5.99%, and that would have saved them money. But the cost to do it, buying down the interest rate with points, the cost was $30,000.
Wow.
Well, we would never do that, because what we're looking at is how long did it take to recuperate through the savings that $30,000. In some cases, you're never going to recuperate it. So you actually lose money. So the rate sounded great, but the fees were what got the rate there, and the fees were way too high. So that's a desperate lender. Another example of desperation with a lender is they've pre-approved you. And this happens a lot more in refinancing than it does on the purchase side. They've pre-approved you, they've sent you a loan estimate, and you've gone over it and you said, hey, I need a minute to think about it. And they're just calling you pretty much daily. Now, there's something to be said for good follow-up. Once a week, I think, is really good follow-up. This is important. And maybe, it does make sense. And they want to make sure you take care of this issue and save money. And they want to take care of you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if they're following up every day and they're hounding you, that's desperation. Okay. A really good deal. I always say, let the piece of paper, we're going to put it in writing. The piece of paper, it's going to make sense when you see it. If it doesn't make sense and you're a little bit shaky on it and they just keep calling back to get you to do it, that's desperation. In that case, try and get a referral. Let somebody else look at the estimate, which is what happened with the $30,000 closing cost deal that I was talking to a client about the other day, in which case we said, do not do that. So seek good counsel.
Yeah, obviously a very good piece of advice when you're on the lookout. And I know I've seen some really good offers, I think, too, as I kind of referenced. There's some great offers that are out there for refinancing, including I've seen, opportunity to refinance for free. So is that something to be aware of? Does that offer actually exist, Bill?
Me and my team and my group, we've been really careful about. So we offer a no lender fee refinance. So if you buy a house with us, this is over the past couple of years, and you refinance with us, the lender fees, which are just about $1,500, which is roughly 33% of the closing cost. So it's a good savings. We waive those fees. So that's fantastic, right? So we love that. It's a big win. A lot of lenders are doing the same thing, but they're calling it a free refinance. So the question to ask them is, if it's totally free, are they paying for your escrows on the refi? Because escrows are going to be required, right? Building a new tax and insurance account for your property taxes and your homeowners insurance. Who's paying the title insurance? Who's paying the appraisal, right? Is the lender paying for all of that? And maybe they are, but in those cases, the rate's going to be a lot higher so that they can offset the costs with a higher rate. So at the prevailing rate, at a good average market interest rate, are they paying all of those items? And the answer to that is no, they're not. Okay. They would very quickly go out of business, but let's be careful about what we call that. Is it a free refinance or a no lender fee refinance?
Yeah, nothing's completely free. I mean, I think it's common sense tells you that that's the case. And you pointed out something's going to give one way or the other, whether it be rates, closing costs, whatever that is. Everybody would be lining up to do a bill if it was free, I'm sure. So, yeah.
Amen.
Anything else to kind of keep in mind for 2025 when it comes to refinancing?
Yeah, I think that the big thing is just, look, we always want to make sure, again, we talked about loan estimates. There are lenders out there that they just say, this is the payment. This is how much you need to bring to the table. You don't get any details. You don't get anything in writing. Before you commit to a lender, you need to get it in writing. You need to see where every dollar goes. The lender needs to be transparent. And if for some reason they're not, the antenna goes up, and I'd be very careful.
All right. Very good. Well, if you have questions, think about refinancing, and want to see what Cross Country Mortgage can offer you can always get in touch. smartmortgageshow.com, contact info there. Also in our show description here on YouTube, and take advantage of that free 15-minute mortgage and loan consultation. Bill, I know we talk about all the time for people that are buying a home, but does that consultation also include anyone that wants to refinance?
It is. It's very similar. We ask all the refinance specific questions to learn what your goals are and talk about different possibilities, and then from there we would structure the options and present the options and see if it makes sense to do anything. A lot of times it's like we need to wait. Right now, so we were having a lot more yeses when rates were closer to 6. Now that we're closer to 7 again, it's paused a bit, and we're just, helping people to get prepared, finding a target rate so that once we hit that rate, we know it's time to go.
All right, very good. Get in touch, 484-352-4151. And if you've enjoyed this conversation, please hit subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. We appreciate that support. Bill, thanks for talking to us about refinancing. I know it'll probably be a pretty big theme for 2025, and hopefully this helps give some people some direction heading into the new year.
Thank you so much.
This program is for informational purposes only. Please consult a qualified professional before taking any action. Bill Litton is a loan advisor and regional president with Cross Country Mortgage, NMLS number 147060.